Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at participle clauses with the ing structure. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I said, today's lesson is looking at participle clauses with the ing structure. And the ing structure, of course, is the present participle. It is also called the gerund, and in today's lesson we're looking at how we use this after conjunctions and prepositions, specifically before and after, when, while, since, on, without, instead of, and in spite of. Now, we use the participle clause when we have two sentences with the same subject and the same verb, and we replace one of the subjects and verbs with the participle clause, okay? The ing in this sense. Now, let's have a look at the examples with after and before plus the ing. So, after visiting Paris, I wanted to learn French, okay? After visiting Paris, I wanted to learn French. Here we're also putting the sentence in order as well. So after visiting Paris, I wanted to learn French. So we're seeing that two things happened after each other, okay? After visiting Paris, I wanted to learn French. Now, if they were normal sentences, most likely it would be, I visited Paris and I liked it so much, I wanted to learn French. So we're replacing that first subject and verb with the participle clause here with after. The second example, please clean your pool before going for a swim. So the participle clause here, before going for a swim. I got to like John after knowing him for many years. Okay. And before quitting your job, why not talk to your boss? So before quitting your job, why not talk to your boss? So these are ways that we can use the participle clause with after and before. Now the second example is with when, while, since plus the ing, and we'll have a look at some examples here as well. For example, the first one, when speaking on a mobile phone, try not to have it too close to your ear. When speaking on a mobile, try not to have it too close to your ear. He's never been the same since coming back from the war. Jeff got 2 punctures while riding his bike, and her Spanish has got better since moving to Spain. Now, when speaking on a mobile phone, try not to have it too close to your ear. We're talking about two events that are happening at the same time. So you're speaking on the phone and you don't want to have the phone too close to your ear. Okay, so the two events are happening at the same time. The next one here with since is an ongoing problem that started at a specific time, and the since is showing that it's an ongoing. So he's never been the same since coming back from the war. So since he came back, since coming back from the war, he hasn't been the same. And with while, we can see that there's a longer action that is interrupted by shorter actions. So Jeff got 2 punctures in his tyres. A puncture is when your tyre goes flat. So he got 2 punctures while riding his bike. So riding his bike, boom, boom, the 2 punctures, okay? And again here with since, her Spanish has got better since moving to Spain. So she moved to Spain and since then her Spanish has got better. So her Spanish has got better since moving to Spain. Now the third example is with on, without, instead of, and in spite of. On hearing the bad news, he started to cry. The children went to bed without making a fuss. Instead of going home, he went to a nightclub. And he went to live in London in spite of speaking little English. So, on hearing the bad news, he started to cry. So he heard the bad news. He started to cry. The two sentences, we replaced the first one with the participle clause on hearing the bad news. The children went to bed without making a fuss. The children went to bed. They didn't make a fuss, so they went to bed without making a fuss. Instead of going home, he went to a nightclub. So he didn't go home, full stop. He went to a nightclub. So instead of going home, he went to the nightclub. And the last one, he went to live in London in spite of speaking little English. So he didn't speak English, or he spoke a little English. He went to live in London. We change one of the subjects and verbs with the participle clause here. So he went to live in London in spite of speaking little English. So this is how we use the participle clauses, and it will help you speak and write your English more fluently. Thank you very much for watching the lesson. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the section below. Remember to share the video on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Share it up on social media, please. I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a good day. Bye.